October 30th, 2020, writing. The following slide will contain a writing prompt. After reading the prompt, you must solve it and respond with a written mathematical explanation of how you solved the problem using 2 vocabulary words. All right, so the next slide shows our prompt here. It says solve for the product 4 and 5/10 and 0 and 23/100. Then explain in words how you solved the problem using at least 2 vocabulary words. All right, so the first thing I want to point out is sometimes you will be tricked. Well, you will try to be tricked. There is a decimal point here, so that technically means 0 and 23/100. But since we are multiplying, we don't have to have a 0 in front of it. I kind of gave it away. But when we're solving for the product, we know that that word product means multiply. So that word product means multiply. So let's multiply 4 and 5/10 and 23/100. So remember, we do not need to line up our decimals because we're multiplying. So you do not need to line them up. However, we do need to put them in there, but we will ignore them. So 4 and 5/10, I'll move that over a little bit, times, because we know that word product means we're multiplying, times 23/100. Alrighty. There we go. So I kind of lined the numbers up a little bit so we can see. Awesome, awesome. All right, now let's put our little division bar here and let's start multiplying. We know what to, wrong thing. We know what to multiply through. Okay, so we have the first part, we're going to take this 3 and we're going to multiply it through. So 3 times 5 is going to be 15. I'm going to carry that 1, drop that 5. 3 times 4 is going to be 12, plus 1 is 13. Remember, ignore those decimals. We'll do them at the end. All right, now what do we need to do? Well, we're done with this we're done with that place value, or this remainder, this carryover. So we're going to cross that off. Or you can delete it if you would like to, because we can on the slides. This 3, though, we are done with that 3, so we are moving on to the next digit. So we cross out that 3 and we put a placeholder of 0 under this 5. Under that 5, we put our placeholder of 0. Now we can multiply this 2 through. So 2 times 5 is going to be 10. 1, carry that 1, drop that 0. And then 2 times 4 is going to be 8, plus 1 is 9. Now what do I do? Add them up, add them up. All right, easy peasy, we can do this. So we are going to add these. 5 plus 0 is going to be 5. 3 plus 0 is 3. 1 plus 9 is 10. All right, perfect. Now, is 1,035 our answer? No. What did we forget to do? We forgot to put in those decimal points. So, remember, we're going to take our little scribble line up here, and we're going to count our decimal positions and places, how many we have in our original problem. All right, so we're going in 1. All right, so we go in 1 so far, in 2, in 3. So in 3 total. So we're going to go in 3 and our final answer. All right, so we're going to go in 1, in 2, in 3. So our decimal is going to go between that 0 and that 1. I am going to move this over a little bit. There we go. Between that 0 and our 1. So our answer is 1 and 35 thousandths. Alrighty, let's write about it. So first, what did we do? First, line up your numbers to the right, ignoring the decimal point positions. All right, so first line up your numbers to the right, ignoring the decimal point positions. Next, what did we do? Oh yeah, we started to multiply. So next, multiply the 3 in 2300ths by the 5 and then the 4 in that 4 and 5/10ths, still ignoring the decimal point. Regrouping as needed. Oop, gotta put that little space there. So next, multiply the 3 in 2300ths by the 5 and then the 4 in 4 and 5/10ths, still ignoring the decimal point, regrouping as needed. All right, then, well, what did we do after we multiplied through? Well, we put our placeholder of 0, right? So then, put a placeholder 0 below the ones place of the products you just found. So then place a placeholder 0 below the ones place of the product you just found. After, what did we do after we put that placeholder 0? Oh yeah, we multiplied that 2 through. So after, multiply the 2 in 2300ths by the 5 and then the 4 in 4 and 5/10ths, regrouping as needed, and find the sum of your two products. So after we multiplied that through, and then we found that sum. We found the sum here. We added them together. Well, we can say and find the sum of the two products. Yep, perfect. All right, finally. Well, finally we counted those decimal points, right? So finally, count the number of digits behind the decimal points in the original problem and move the decimal point, and move the decimal that many digits, and move that decimal that many digits to the left in your final answer to get the value of 1 and 35 thousandths. Okay, so this is not faux. You don't count the number faux digits. You count the number of digits. All right, so let's read it all through. First, line up your numbers to the right, ignoring the decimal point positions. Next, multiply the 3 in 2300ths by the 5 and then the 4 in 4 and 5/10ths, still ignoring the decimal point, regrouping as needed. Then, put a placeholder 0 below the ones place of the product you just found. After, multiply the 2 in 2300ths by the 5 and then the 4 in 4 and 5/10ths, regrouping as needed, and find the sum of your two products. Finally, count the number of digits behind the decimal points in the original problem and move the decimal that many digits to the left in your final answer to get the value of 1 and 35 thousandths. All right, so what did we, so we did this, but now we have to make sure we have at least 2 vocabulary words. So, product. I know product is a vocab word. We have product there and we have product there. So we have product 2 times. That's only one word though. It's only one word. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, that word sum is a vocabulary word. Do we have any other ones? Oh, value. That word value is also a vocabulary word. So we actually have 3 vocabulary words. So we went above and beyond. And I'm very proud of you all. Awesome, awesome job. And you did it. Great job with your writing.